but that is no die-core. I haven't done any cutting. It's just, they didn't even, Forest River quality right here, guys. Forest River quality. Guys, my 2023 camper's got a leak. So we're going to get up on the roof today and we're going to do a quick reseal in between all kinds of rain. I did want to show you where we're leaking from. We're leaking right here. And so I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little water pressing out from around the edge. It's just a small, like little drip, but that will absolutely destroy the roof given enough time. And that's about how much water it leaked yesterday during heavy rainfall. Okay guys, so here's the tools that we're going to be using today to fix this roof problem. We've got a brand new bag or box of white rags. These are going to be good. Ideally, you could use some, this is the self-leveling lap sealant. I think Die-Core is the brand everybody recommends and uses. This is available at Walmart because I have an urgent need and I don't need to wait another week or two until an order of Die-Core comes in. I live in a rural area and it's hard to get that stuff readily. And I do have some silicone, just because there's a few things like on the side of the RV that's actually sealed with clear silicone, and I saw that some of that needs to be resealed too. So that's why I've got this little itty bitty tube. We've got the alcohol here, which whenever we get the old Die-Core sealant off, we'll treat it with that to make sure it's getting clean. I just got some of these plastic scrapers to help get the old caulking off. And of course, we'll clean the caulking with this. Is not mean green, it's I think Simply Green mixed 1-to-1. Pretty heavy duty stuff. It's pretty dirty up there. So we'll be using a lot of these white rags today. So all this is going up on the roof. And of course, we've got the caulk gun too. That's not shown. I went and got the caulk gun, so we're good now. This is the GoPro, so I'll be switching to this up on the roof just because I want the phone in my pocket. In case there's an emergency, it doesn't go flying away from my body and I can pull it out. Hopefully if I hopefully don't need to, but hopefully if I do, I'll have the phone with me. So the rest of the audio is probably not going to be that great because the GoPro audio is not that good. This is a good opportunity to show you my Lippert on the go ladder. I made a video about this. I'll try to link it to it in the description. This one's pretty expensive. I think I got the 14-foot model. Anyway, I can't remember. Maybe it's a 12-foot. It's not that much higher, but basically you just got these little hooks you hook into that little receiver, and then you can easily get up on the roof as long as you're not afraid of stepping off a ladder onto the roof. That's how you get on a roof. All right guys, we're up on the roof now, so let me give you an initial inspection. We're going to start at the back end of the trailer. It's not too bad back there actually, so we're just going to have to do some resurfacing, a little resealing up there. All the work's going to be at the front of the trailer. That's probably because the house blocks some wind or something off of the I don't know why. Hey, who knows, right? All right, so here's the lap sealant on the back of the trailer. There is some separation there, so we're going to fix that. Mostly this is going to be just cleaned up with new sealant put over top of it, and it'll be cleaned real good so we get a really good bond. The rest of it is not as happy. So like our roof vents, the sealant's actually covered, so I'm not going to pull these up today. I've got to get this one thing addressed, and then I will work these other areas as I can. So this is the black tank vent, and as you can see, we've got some cracking. It's still kind of soft, but it still started cracking a little bit, and so I feel like that flange should probably be down a little tighter. And then over here around the skylight, we've got a little bit more of that, and so all of this needs cleaned and new self-leveling sealant put on top of it. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to chip away the old and get in with the new. This isn't leaking right now, So my most immediate attention is actually over here on this Winegard Air 360. As you can see, this is the probable source of my leak. Like these fastener heads are all exposed, lots of cracking, and then over here's where I think it actually let go. And so all of this is getting resealed. We've got more rain coming, and so that'll be a good test of it. The air conditioner probably needs to be looked at too, but not right now. The front joint on the roof, this also needs to be redone, so we'll clean this up too, and get more lap sealant around that front cap and the back cap. But the immediate one is this Winegard. We got to get that taken care of, so let's get that done. I'll get you on the other GoPro on the tripod so you guys can kind of watch along with me as I do this. Right here. So this GoPro Hero 5 has terrible audio, so not going to be much help. When you're moving tools around on the roof though, don't scoot them if you can help it. You want to pick them up and carry them. All right, so I'm going to start with my Simply Green, and we're going to clean as best we can. All right, so now we're just going to scrub as best we can and clean up this this old lap sealant and just scrub away. So it's mostly just cleaning right now, so I'm gonna cut you guys off. I'll cut you back on whenever I'm done. All right guys, so what I'm doing right now is you can actually see that's probably where my leak was, right there. Moisture's pushing out right there, so it don't take much. But what I'm doing is I'm just kind of scraping away what I can't clean real good. This bolt head didn't even have any lap sealant on it from the factory. Right here, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there is no lap sealant on that at all. I missed that whenever I bought this. I recommend whenever you buy a trailer, if you're physically able, get up on the roof yourself and inspect it for little stuff like this. But yeah, this is absolutely the source of my leak. I've got all kind of moisture pushing out right there, so I'm gonna have to leave this little section right here exposed a little bit more to dry out, and so I'm going to try to cut as much of this lap sealant here away right here at this leaking entry point. The good news is the roof's not soft here, so I think we caught it in time. But the main thing is you need a good base for your new lap sealant to grab a hold of, and so anywhere that you can't clean, like in these corners right here where this is like really black, I recommend just to pull it out. So a little plastic scraping tool, and we're going to expose. We're going to take some time right here because I'm pretty sure this is where our moisture entry point is, because I got moisture coming out of it. And so we'll scrape all this stuff away and try to get as much of that dried as possible, because the new lap sealant will not adhere. And I'm not trying to cut on the membrane, I'm trying to cut like in the middle of the die core or whatever this lap sealant is. Yeah, that's where my leak is, right there. So we'll get this all dug out, and it could actually be over here a little bit too, because they never even put die core over the top of this flange. But that is no die core. I haven't done any cutting. It's just they didn't even. Forest River quality right here, guys. Forest River quality. Forest River. Is this the kind of quality you guys are putting out? Look at this. Big old glob, self-leveling sealant. Didn't even seal down. It's obviously put on there wet. It ain't never cured. That never cured. 3 years later. We got rust over here. You know why we got rust, Forest River? Because y'all didn't caulk right. You caulked wet. Who caulks wet? Y'all are crazy. What's going on? What's going on with quality over there at Forest River? Y'all gotta do better. They didn't even put any sealant right here. And so I'm surprised we haven't had problems before. Thankfully we haven't, so we're going to clean this up real good, get a good base for the next round. And this right here has to be really dry, and so fortunately the sun's facing right here, so this should dry out pretty quick before we put on any of the new lap sealant, self-leveling lap sealant. I'm going to continue digging out these little corners. This little corner, I've already dug most of that out. It doesn't have to be like completely gone, but you got to have all the old dirty stuff pulled out, or else your new stuff will not hook to it. And so after we get this kind of dug off, what we'll do is we'll clean it with isopropyl alcohol to give a real good sticky base. So more work to go. Okay guys, so I've got all of the sealant up. I went ahead and just pulled it all off to let it dry. So I'm going to move on to the other places on the roof that need cleaned and let this dry, because I'm still getting a little, there's a little less now, but there was still a little moisture pushing out of these flanges like that right there. So I'm going to let this sit in the sun, try to get as much of that dried as possible. As you can see, my RV is stored outdoors. There's Silva, the mighty Silverado, and so sealant is going on that tonight, no matter what. It just has to. And so I know the proper way would be to pull this off, inspect for damage and all that stuff, and get this little hood off. I don't have time for that. We got more rain coming. I've got to get this down, so we're going to get it as dry as possible, and then we're going to get lap sealant down and pray the good Lord helps us out. And the lap sealant does its job as best we can, but we're going to have it as dry as possible. We've got several hours today, so I'm going to move on to the rest of the trailer and get the rest of it clean while I let this dry. These are around the skylight. This is completely let go of this plastic, and so it's got a good seal underneath it, which is great, but from the top it's like this die-core stuff just didn't hold on to it. So I don't know what we did wrong. The screw heads aren't rusting, so that's good, but I don't know what happened here. So I'm going to clean this off much like the other and get this all cleaned up on this skylight. The others I think we'll just be able to clean and then go over top of, but this skylight definitely needs attention, and you can see it's lifting all the way around. And so I'm going to get it off the skylight and then get this dried up, move on to the other areas and clean those as best we can, and then go back over top of that with the die core. So here we go for a check-in. I got the toilet black tank vent cleaned up. It's got a giant lip over here, I guess where the roof's kind of sloping a little bit. And then I got the skylight all cleaned up. I ended up just pulling all of it off of the skylight. The seal underneath looks good, but it just wasn't sealing to the top, so I scraped all that stuff off. We'll hit that with rubbing alcohol before that goes down with the new stuff. So yeah, a lot more work to do over here. I'm going to try to clean these and go over top of those if I can, but if this is any indicator, I'm just going to be scraping that off over there too. All right guys, so taking a little break. It's very hot up there on the roof. I'm cleaning off I'm scrubbing the caulk, the self-leveling lap sealant that's sealing the solar panel. And I'm also going to clean the front lip of the trailer next. So whenever I get through with my drink and get some electrolytes back in me and a few vitamins and a little fluid, we're going back up on the roof. We're going to finish that. And then I'm going to go ahead and seal everything on the front before I work on that lip on the back. So that's the next step. I had a change of mind. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and seal what's open and then clean the other. If I have time, reseal that. The other is not leaking, so if we don't get to that today, that's okay. But these gaping open holes that I've got now have got to be addressed. So let's do that. All right, guys, so I've cut that off about a 45-ish degree angle, and the caulk gun I have is pretty cheap, so it doesn't have the wire built into it, the stab down in there to open the flow. So just use a wire hanger and straighten up the end and stick that down in there like so, and penetrate that little seal, and you're good to go. Yeah, I'm probably going to do this wrong, but it's going to be as good as germ can get it. Alright guys, I'm going to have y'all inspect behind me. Let me know what y'all think. Got that flange all covered and all that sealant replaced. This is the one that was leaking, so that antenna's sealed back down. And then over here at our skylight, hoping that's good enough. And then over here, we gotta get this clean and redone up here, but that's gonna have to wait till another day. I don't have enough lap sealant to get that done today, and we got more rain coming in, so this needs to sit up and dry. All right guys, I think that's gonna do it for today. I'm gonna try to get inside and edit this video so I can get this up for you guys this afternoon. If y'all got any questions, suggestions, tips, etc., please let me know down in the comments. I'll have links to everything that I used today in the comments below. There are links to Amazon, my Amazon affiliate links. So if you guys have any other suggestions or any other tips, I'd love to hear them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys got something out of that, and hope you have a great day.